So in this case, I will switch to English.
Or you prefer?
No microphone. So, hello. As I said already, Andreas Schem cannot join us today, so 2 hours ago I found it out. And, okay, great. So let's do the presentation. Let's try the best. So, Vreo. The in-game advertising is on the rise, as can be seen in the mobile ad market. I always like to compare it to the film industry in controversial 1950s, where product placement just started to arise, and they showed the products very closely to the camera, and it was very negatively accepted. But well, for today, nobody can imagine a film or TV series or shows without product placement. It's maybe more in the background, it's subtle, but still it stays in the consciousness. So we at Vreo say let's bring the same to the gamers. But this time we do it faster than the film industry. And this time we found a way to suite all three sides where we are bringing brands, developers and gamers together to participate in this ecosystem. And the gamers getting the power from us to shape the future in in-game advertising. So, our vision. Our technology enables monetizing untapped potential. Using our unique plugins, we are able to create a landscape of digital billboards of unused spaces in games and apps. Ads embedded directly and immersively into the surroundings and the world of the game, as can be seen there. As our plugins function intuitively on an API, not on SDK. So it means they are low effort, high reward, and work cross-platform. All ad views are tracked and evaluated before they get written into the blockchain, where every interaction is stored for zero possibility of manipulation and maximum trust. Blockchain is the future, which is why we will connect other ad models with our blockchain model as well later on. Especially small developer teams or studios, so-called indie developers, have a hard time financing their projects. So we want to help them by providing solutions for monetization once their projects are live. An automatic billing routine that calculates gathered view data into batches, calculates the price in Viewcoin, VIC, we'll get to it later, and exchanges it into fiat currency, making the whole process more transparent and secure. Gamers fuel the whole industry and will be rewarded with a share of advertising income using digital profiles and self-determined control mechanisms, also working on active participation in the whole process. So brands and developers can adjust to their needs of their consumers, the gamer community. To the company development, we started with software development for virtual reality and gamification, done some projects there. Then in the summer 2016 we started funding, we got funded, and moved on to the mid-2017 with research and development of advertising marketplace. In the summer, we've reached MVP state of our plugin and our marketplace, and now can also show the whole process in real life. At the end of 2017, we started the marketing, and now we are almost ready for our ICO. So the team. Andreas Schem, the CEO and co-founder, is the one who should have presented today. However, to his background, helps the tech and entertainment startups grow since 2004, taking over leading roles in PR, marketing, and community building. Also, I'd like to mention Alfred Steyhoff, our managing partner and co-founder, who is an experienced businessman with a strong focus on sales, acquisition, and finance. He founded and managed a huge business in the energy sector. He's our anchor because we are a pretty young team, and it's sometimes hard not to fly too high and forget the details, so he is helping us with staying on the business level. To my part, I started with a foundation team like maybe 2 or 3 months later, and supported them active during my studies of IBA. I'm experienced in sales, key accounting, project management, and like working more of an all-round all-star basis, because in startups it's frequently all of the facets need to be covered, and the team is small, so we are trying to support all of us all the time. Ali Pasha Faroki is our CTO. He has worked for both blue chips and startups, and his rallies in the fields of software architecture and modern development process are outstanding. Vreo will benefit for sure of his 18 plus years of experience and his understanding of blockchain capabilities and security. The advisory board. We are working closely with Lucas, who is here today, Patrick and Max from Iconic Lab. These guys support us in every imaginable way and also help us to move forwards in a structured pattern. Professor Dr. Philipp Sandner, well, most probably all of you know him. We are in his territory today. We are very proud to have him on board and getting all of the support and appreciation for our project. Volker Dresser is a gaming and marketing advisor because he has a business know-how of the gaming market. We are ourselves passionate gamers, however, he helps us structure it in a business matter and supports us to have a right approach. And Seekers supports us in legal strategy, and they also presented here yesterday. So there are some of more advisors regarding marketing and investment relations, but I cannot disclose them right now. The partners for public relations and marketing after the ICO, we are in touch with Phil Knowlton. Krok is a major player in the Russian market, and they are IT and system integrators, and will support us even after the ICO with the implementation of our plugins and marketplace. So the Proxat is working on our design and homepage. NetPeak supports us on online marketing strategy to help bring gamers, developers, and brands, because it's all pretty different directions together. And, well, Iconic Labs supports us everywhere and helping us with the right context at the right time. So, now the more interesting part, what are the problems with current advertising at all? And here is the case that ad fraud is up to 12.5 billion US dollars are lost due to so-called invalid traffic. And 50% of that is being on mobile. Writing and data into an encrypted blockchain guarantees the absence of manipulation. Pairing view data with digital profiles also hugely reduces risk of bots. Up to 25 billion US dollar could be lost to the year 2020 due to ad blocking. Embedded ads directly into the surroundings, not interrupting the experience with pop-ups, eliminates that risk. Nobody wants to get ripped out of immersion when they are playing games and enjoying the quality and the story of it. This is what pop-ups and intrusive ad formats are doing right now. So they're embedding ads in the best way to place advertising, according to multiple studies, with acceptance rates as high as 90% plus with our solution. Also, currently, users don't get rewarded for fueling the whole ad economy, and for sure have no impact on its progress. The gaming market is lacking market intelligence, especially for small and independent developers. Vreo not only provides that, but also connects thousands of game studios with brands all around the world. Gaming doesn't know boundaries and is worldwide. Why should marketing be as well? So, Vreo is a B2B marketplace and platform for in-game advertising where ads can be placed directly into the software using our patented logins. Our MVP is available and already tested, and well, it's working. The online marketplace connecting software developers, gamers, and advertisers brands for ad campaigns, as well as featuring an automated guaranteed system and plugins for every major graphical engine and every platform. This is what we achieved with programmatic advertising. The gamer participation is very valuable to us, so we are trying to connect it with the whole gaming industry even more and letting them participate in the whole advertising progress. So our web solution, Vreo, the tracking and evaluation is a big point in advertising, and for this reason we have an evaluation of user behavior and optimization of ad showing through machine learning, as well as each view being a transaction that is stored inside a blockchain for immutability and transparency for all sides. We are offering continuous revenue stream for developers who can even monetize their project even more. And to the cross-platform, offering ads of all platforms is especially important for the barely opened up PC and VR market at the moment. So, gaming market in numbers, because the market is actually pretty huge. The gaming market consists of around 2 billion gamers worldwide that spend over 3 billion hours per week with gaming, which is about double the time spent on watching YouTube videos, and I'm pretty sure everybody watches YouTube videos here. So you can imagine the scale. The average gamer is between 18 and 49 years old, which means there is a big gap that can be filled with all of the products for marketing target reach. The gaming industry achieved an annual revenue of around $100 billion in 2016 and now over 100 billion in 2017, while still growing up with double-digit percentages. And the gaming market generates more revenue than the music or film industry. Our technology allows us to increase the revenue potential even further. The budget of digital advertising has reached in 2016 and even surpassed the spending for TV advertisement. Mobile internet ad spending is the fastest changing ad market, with growth rates in the higher double digits as well. So the question now arises, how does it actually work? In our case, developers create campaigns, offering ad spots directly integrated into the software using our plugins. Advertisers find partners through a matching algorithm. Based on constantly generated data, our algorithm optimizes the selection process for ad showing through machine learning. Our ads get delivered using IDs and hashes to identify game, user, ad, and advertiser. And after showing the ad, statistical data gets reported back into our blockchain. On software start, the ad gets streamed to the user, the interaction is evaluated and reported. Every view has a score calculated by our algorithm, which is translated into token value and processed through a blockchain before being built based on the performance of the ad. Payment is possible both in fiat and cryptocurrencies. So the blockchain use cases. We want to use blockchain to improve our project because due to the possibilities that we are making each view of an advertisement a unique transaction, therefore anyone issuing, placing, or actually viewing an advertisement will perform transactions. This ensures the utmost open and transparent level of economic interaction imaginable by today. The transparency and the issues with security I mentioned before can be seen as most the main problems and issues as a market. What we need from a fitting blockchain is actually high throughput. Information transactions can be made opaque, conformity with jurisdictions, paging the platform token to fiat currency, so we create a stablecoin. For this, we have long researched the market to distinguish which technology would fit best. Due to promising projects releasing updates in early summer and spring, we will not fixate on a certain technology as for now, but will monitor the process of these projects, especially EOS and Cardano, but also new developments as DAG, IOTA, and Hashgraph. We will not develop everything by ourselves. It would be a utopian dream to state this would take a very, very long time. There's already so much done, so we want to utilize the best solution provided out there and improve and optimize it to fit our model perfectly. Like Germans, all of the time, improving and optimizing. So our token model. We will use a dual token model consisting out of the view coin. The VIC is used by our platform's customer to ensure our unique and world-first in-game advertising solution, and it can be made transparent and secure as possible. In the case of our research, major advertising companies and a huge number of developers are not yet ready to pay for advertisement with cryptocurrency. Developers need fiat to pay their bills. And brands don't want to invest ad budget that is affected by volatility and run into issues with expectations. As for example, if a major brand purchases a marketing campaign for 2 million, then getting in return 1.5 million of content. Well, and the reason for this is, okay, it's volatility, so we are sorry, it won't work like this. For this reason, we have a stable coin that supports it, so they're all getting that what they invest. Our merit coin can be exchanged publicly and holds what we like to call a proof of merit. So it's a utility token with which developers and advertisers can eliminate transaction fees for the advertisement campaigns on our marketplace. The bigger our platform becomes, the more attractive will this token become. So still, while we focus on our in-game advertising solution at the moment, we know there are more problems in the gaming industry that need to be solved. One of these games is funding, for which we have a solution in mind, the funding gateway. It is a funding platform where software developers can launch their own mini ICO through it, and using our expertise and market intelligence gathered by Vreo priorly. So I will briefly touch on it on here, but we won't get into details. So providing software developers with innovative means to get the project funded. For this, we have the platform. We will carefully screen, evaluate, and select all applying projects before releasing them to public. And based on our data gathered through Vreo, we can provide reliable financial forecasts to the public and to help fund the right project. So, in a nutshell, we plan to do games funding on reliable financial forecasts backed by Vreo data in the gaming community itself. So they can participate and that the gamers are getting involved, so the consumers are clear and the needs are clear, and then the developers can adjust accordingly, and the brands can also adjust accordingly. To our competition, PC is barely an open-up market at the moment. The biggest potential competitor there is Rapidfire, offers in-game advertising as an agency. And in our case, an agency cannot compete with the model of a platform that scales as good with the support of blockchain. Mobile looks a little bit different. There we have AdMob, Unity Ads, Chartboost, InMobi, and AppNext. These companies focus on the same target group we would be focusing on, but with different advertising models. Like, for example, cost per download or cost per install, to which our solution is a perfect addition because we are working with cost per quality view. And advertising models, there is currently no competitor using embedded advertising at all. The commonly used advertising formats on mobile are, as I mentioned, cost per click. So, our token sale details. Here we will be starting with our pre-sale at April 8th till April 15th with 20% of bonus. Then moving on to May 1st till May 31st with stage basis. So we will offering percentages as the stages move on. Use of proceeds are spread pretty evenly among IT and software development, sales, business development, and marketing and events. And then financial administration and legal tax is also incredibly important for us because we are trying to grasp the whole world, so we need to make sure that we are legally on the right side. So, thank you very much. If you have some questions, hit me up.